South Dakota suffered its second straight setback over the weekend, 48-28 at the hands of Southern Illinois. And here to help unpack that result is Coyotes head coach Bob Nielson. Bob, I know games like this are always tough to digest, especially when you can kind of trace back what went wrong to one particular point in the game. And on Saturday, it was the start of the second quarter. That's where the Salukis really took control of this thing. Did it feel as that quarter wore on, maybe that, you know, if it could go wrong, it kind of did?
Well, it was certainly a quarter where we lost some confidence, I think, as a football team. You know, we hurt ourselves, allowed a couple of big plays, the turnovers again for the second straight week, which Southern Illinois did a great job of taking advantage of, putting points on the board when we turned the ball over and gave them short field possession. And it really took, it really, I thought, got us on our heels for sure, and I didn't think our guys responded to that adversity very well.
Southern Illinois did a lot of its damage in that quarter and really all day long on the ground. Not really surprising for a team that came in ranked 25th in the country in rushing. But you guys had been pretty stout against the run all season, so why was it that they were able to win that battle in this game?
Well, you know, we gave up a couple of big running plays. You know, early the first play, you know, where we had the guy tackled behind the line of scrimmage, not just once but twice, breaks two tackles, and the next thing you know, 65 yards later, you know, we have 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2 where we misfit a run and it goes 50 yards, and when you put 2 or 3 plays on the board like that, your rushing yards add up in a hurry. And you know, I didn't think we were as consistent up front with our front seven, both tackling and also in terms of how we fit things as we have been over the first few weeks of the conference schedule.
Well, you mentioned it too, the turnovers, obviously a big part of the story again in this game. 5 of them on the day. That makes 11 over the last 2 weeks. What can you do to clean that up? I know it's an execution thing, but at the same point, is there additional things that, or measures that can be taken to just to erase that part of the game for you?
Well, we've got to get better. You know, we've turned the ball over 11 times in 2 games. That's more than turnovers than we had in the rest of the season combined. And you know, Saturday was a combination of things. You know, Austin underthrew a couple of balls that were maybe 50-50 balls that their guys came down with in terms of interceptions, and then he fumbled the ball twice. One, we just didn't get a protection pickup, and as a result, he got hit. So things that are correctable, we've got to do a better job taking care of the football, because that's going to be a key here the rest of the way out.
On a more positive note now, a pretty well balanced 393 total yards of offense for you. Average almost 6 yards per play. You'll take that most weeks. Kai Henry, best game of the year for him. He rushed for 116 yards on 18 carries, and Caleb Banderesh continued his breakout season, goes for a career-high 9 catches, 85 yards, and a touchdown. So do you feel good at least about that much, knowing that, hey, we're moving it up and down the field, and if we just, again, eliminate those turnovers, maybe this game comes out differently?
Well, we moved the ball pretty consistently all day. There were just, you know, a couple of drives where on a 3rd down play we didn't execute that got us off the field. But when you think about, you know, you know, you're going to get maybe 12, 13 offensive possessions if you get a lot of possessions in a game, and 5 of those ended in turnovers for us. So you're talking about you know, 1/3 to 50% of your possessions we turned the ball over and didn't give ourselves a chance to score. And that's what hurt us, and Southern Illinois is a good enough team that they were able to capitalize on that.
Other good news on Saturday, Cody Case did make his return from that ankle injury that's been kind of lingering and hampering him most of the season, but it kept him out in particularly the previous couple of weeks. Finishes with 3 catches, 39 yards, but overall, did you like what you saw out of number 6?
Yeah, I think he's back very close to 100% and certainly making it through the game. And he'll be even a week stronger this week.
Never a bad thing to have a stronger, healthier Cody Case out on the field for you, that's for sure. Up next, Coach Nielson, the Coyotes head to Macomb, Illinois and Western Illinois to take on the Leathernecks. We'll preview the matchup coming up later this week.